Today with me, I have a piece of gear that I've personally wanted to use for a very long time now. This is the Teleconversion lens for the Fuji X100 series cameras. And when attached to the Fujifilm X100V, it turns its standard 35mm focal length into a 50mm. I've always wanted to try out this converter when I was using my X100F, but now I have one with me here and I'm pretty stoked to use it on the X100V. As you can see here, this is one thick with 3C's piece of glass that it practically doubles the size of the camera. It's funny because it doesn't even look like an X100V anymore when I have this on. Funny enough, when I shot with this for the first time, a guy rode by me with a bike and said, "Nice Leica." I don't know, does it look like a Leica now that it has this lens on? But yeah, it definitely doesn't look like an X100V anymore, but I still think it looks pretty cool. Yeah, it definitely feels like a different camera when you're holding this in your hand. Regardless of what it looks like, I want to know how this performs on the X100V, because I do actually like shooting at 50mm. It's a focal length that I find myself shooting street photography a little bit differently. You know, when you're limited with the amount of frame real estate that you have to work with, I find myself shooting a bit differently, a lot more abstractly, I guess you would say. So we'll see if I kind of shoot that way when I head out and do some street photography with this. So the main difference between the Mark I and the Mark II, this is the Mark II here. The Mark II has a magnet inside, which lets the X100F and X100V automatically detect that it's on the camera. Previously, with older versions of the X100 and this teleconversion lens, you would have to manually set the camera to recognize that it was shooting on the teleconverter. Other than that, the quality of the glass is actually the same. However, the camera is not the same, and so I want to see how this conversion lens performs with the X100V. So I'm gonna head out and do some street photography with this guy, and you know the deal, it's POV time. Alright, so you knew I couldn't just leave you like that. Yeah, so we're gonna be adding some voiceover to this one, and I think I should because, well, this was one of the first times I went out to shoot in quite some time, so I was definitely a bit rusty, and I just wanted to add in some more insight to how it was shooting with the teleconversion lens on the X100V for the first time. Got my Fujifilm editioned Moment sling bag, link in the description if you're interested. So as I said before, this was one of the first times I went out to take photos in like almost a month. COVID cases have been getting worse here in Boston, so pretty much been hunkering down again, and unfortunately street photography does not like it when you take time off. So yeah, definitely a bit rusty, but I luck out here with my first shot. I noticed this lady in this red coat, and you know, that's like the perfect subject to get your first shot with, and so I kind of play around with this reflection. Should also mention that all the photos, except a few which I'll let you know, have not been cropped at all. I figured that was, you know, necessary so you could get an accurate sense of the focal length change that this conversion lens has on the X100V. I'm facing directly in the sun right now, as you can tell, and you're gonna see in this photo I take soon that I get some sun glare in the image. It's just something I noticed, and you know, you might get that shooting with this conversion lens. There really isn't a hood or anything like that that comes with this lens, so that's just something to keep in mind. Personally, I don't mind it too much for this shot. So my GoPro wasn't filming this, but I got some shots of this Doggo sticking its head out of this car. Definitely felt like I had to include this. By the way, I'm also shooting in RAW, and I'm using the Astia Film Simulation color profile in Lightroom. I decided to walk into this alley here because I see some nice looking leading lines, and I think that would make for a pretty good composition. So this ended up being one of my favorites from the day, and I think it does a great job of showing the kind of difference that the teleconversion lens makes. This scene is just so much more compressed than if you used the standard 35mm. So here I actually know that there's someone behind me wearing a black coat and holding a white bag. Figured he'd make a nice subject, and I kind of anticipate that he's gonna either walk across the street or to the left of me. So I stop here at the corner and snap this shot. Actually, a similar situation here. I see that lady across the street and kind of guess that she's gonna walk across the street, right? So I wait here and see if I can get a shot of her crossing. I also notice this guy behind her too, so I keep my camera up and get a shot of him as well. I really liked that sequence of shots, and the teleconversion lens, it's really letting me get close to my subjects without having to be physically too close. It's weird, but the more I shoot with the 50mm focal length, the more I feel like 35mm is a little too wide for me. Anyways, as I'm walking here, I notice a mirror inside this store, and so I want to see if I could get a shot of myself and some people walking by me in the same frame. So I was actually crossing the street here, but I saw this dude walking with what looked like a very long receipt in his hand, which was blowing in the wind like crazy. I thought it was a funny moment, so I tried my best to get a quick shot of it. He definitely got that receipt from CVS down the street. The way the light was hitting this building was just looking way too nice, and yeah, so I snapped a shot of that. I think the focal length definitely came in handy again in this situation. Honestly, these streets are really dead. If you're comparing to other big cities in the country, Boston's pretty small to begin with, so, you know, to put it through a pandemic makes street photography pretty hard around here, and it's just so much less inspiring when it feels so deserted. It's probably why I'm taking pictures of buildings more so than people and people doing things in the city, but I also think it's the 50mm changing the way I shoot. This shot here, by the way, was cropped to a 4:5 ratio. I notice a reflection of a distant building here, and I like how the colorful wall is sort of overlapping the building in a way. I took this originally as a landscape, but I think cropping this one in a bit, it certainly helps, I think. There's this lady in the distance with this yellow jacket, and I thought that popped out really nice against this pretty minimal area, I guess. Here again, I felt like the 50mm helped me a lot, as I didn't really have to wait for her to get too close for me to take this shot. So I'm about to walk around this building that has some pretty cool looking architecture. I give my best shot at some black and white architecture photos here. when you're doing street photography, photographing buildings is just great practice for, thinking about how to align shapes, shadows, and lines, figuring out how to put all these pieces together to make a nice composition. That's stuff that you carry over into street photography, and I think, that will help you a lot. So don't be afraid to think that when you're doing street photography, you have to be taking photos of people all the time, and only people. I'm a bit rusty here, having not shot for some time, so you're literally watching me get back into a way of thinking about composition. This spot right here had some really nice looking shadows, so I couldn't just pass up the opportunity for a photo. After taking this photo, I felt like I needed someone in the frame, so I'll come back to that photo later on. The teleconverter adds some nice compression to the scene as well, which I like. I definitely wanted to wait here for someone to come by and walk into the scene, so I had to fast forward time a bit here because I had to wait for like 15 minutes until someone walked up. Having more patience when it comes to stuff like this is something I really need to work on. But yeah, I milk this opportunity as much as I can. This first shot was a bit of a miss because I didn't get a shadow to fully fit in that beam of light, but I get what I want in this next shot. I let him go up a little bit further here and kind of reposition myself and take a different perspective on this scene. I really love the scale that's being presented here with the lines, everything. I don't know, it all came together nicely in my opinion. I noticed someone coming back the other way, so I make my way back to that first photo that I thought that would work a lot better if it had someone in it. So I'll walk back to that same spot and frame up that same photo I had before. So there you have it, first time shooting with this big boy, and honestly I actually liked it a lot. There were some times where I found that the camera would hunt for focus a bit in situations where if I didn't have this on, it never really hunted for focus ever. So that's something to keep in mind. It wasn't like deal breaking or anything like that, but something I observed while shooting with the teleconversion lens. As you noticed in the video, I shot a lot of architecture photos. I felt like that's just kind of what this lens led me to do, I guess. I wanted to, the 50mm, I guess, it made me want to shoot and think about composition a lot more and play around with, what's in my frame when I'm shooting. And it's kind of cool how, using different lenses impacts the way you shoot and what you shoot. I don't think I'll be carrying this with me all the time or having it on my camera all the time because, it sort of defeats the purpose of using my X100V because I shoot with it because it's so compact, right? So, but, it's cool sometimes to try out new gear, and this was a fun experiment. Might do a video later on in the future shooting with this again. Let me know if you want to see that. Alright guys, I hope you enjoyed this video. I'll see you all in the next one.